I'll be reacting to AMAIM Ori at the Borderline episode 10. I'll be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0, go. Sunrise Beyond. I always think that sounds freaking cool for a studio name. Well, at least one of Sunrise's divisions anyway. It just sounds so fucking badass. All right, now it's here. But thankfully they're able to share in this rare experience, although the tone definitely doesn't seem happy looking by the duller colors, which it works in this sense. Jeez. My guess is there's a chance it might be more trouble. It might be more trouble than it's worth. That's a good point because then again, any ally they can get. I wonder. Oh, I mean, yeah, I could see what has gashing up in arms. I mean, what happened with his bro? I mean, his brother ended up being a traitor, so I wouldn't blame him. Well, knowing gashing will probably take him like probably a few weeks or months to open up, and not that I blame him though. Anyone that went through what he went through would really be taken aback. I always love how the mechs in this bit in the opening looks so damn rusted up. It gives it a nice sense of grit. And I especially love the fog effects in the opening too. It makes it look more scenic. At least from my perspective. Now, in saying that, I wouldn't be surprised if the forces they ended up rescuing ended up being destroyed before they end up managing to rescue them. Because I don't know, that's my gut feeling. Only because we don't see any other extra characters in the opening. So I don't think them rescuing people from other types of resistances is going to amount to much in this episode, unless the opening's hiding things. But so far, all the major players shown off in the series have been in the opening so far. Unless, again, the series wants to do an absolutely epic and awesome surprise, which I wouldn't mind that one bit. Because so far, I've been able to predict the series pretty well on occasions. So I wouldn't mind having an instance where I'm surprised and shocked. You know? Because when you watch enough Sunrise animes, you can almost predict what's going to happen sometimes. At least me, because I have watched a lot of Sunrise anime in the past. I have a feeling I'm gonna like this one, dude. I don't know why, but his smile, he looks cocky as fuck, but in a playful way though. He doesn't look snobby. Got a man of culture here. I think I have a feeling I'm gonna love this chick though. I love how already we get the characterization to Luvo, though, where you see that she's absolutely all business. Whoa! Yeah, what a dick! Instead of calling the opposition the enemy, he just calls them straight up rodents, not even thinking of them as human at all. That's pretty fucked up, if you ask me. But I like this though. It shows you the savagery of the main antagonist in the series just by bits of dialogue like that. Oh, hold on, I made it, Jody. Damn, those are fucking machines are beastly. I just saw Gashin Shiban Company. Yes, all right. I'm assuming that's Gashin. Mm-hmm. Or someone else entirely different too. Oh, yes, I was right. I mean, Gashin's calling call his long range attacks. I just love how Guy says that with Ghost. Yo, that level is nice. Yo, you can definitely tell the animation budget's back because the animation was a little bit on the weak side in the previous episode. Here, because here's the difference. A few episodes ago, you had stills. Here, when you see slices, they're in slow mo, so you can see a lot of frames moving at once. It looks beautiful. Sure, the way this is looking, they probably only need to send like one of either Shiba, Gashin, or the girl, though. They probably, oh, never mind. There's a lot. I like this though because bits like this reminds us, even though, yes, our main protagonists have strong mains, they can't get through every single situation. They sometimes have to retreat. I like that. Why is he laughing? What if I? Whoa! Wait, is he gonna want to operate a main himself? That does not look like a man, like a face of a man who jokes around when he gets fucking serious. Oh man, I like this. What does he mean by first stage? I mean, it's like I predicted. This guy with the gray hair, he's playing both sides. I wouldn't be surprised if he also sells weapons to the opposing army. Because again, this is a Sunrise anime we're talking about. It wouldn't surprise me. If it happens, I'll be like, hey, y'all, I did it again. When it comes to predicting something right before it happened. He ain't wrong. I mean, the best they can do is just put the trust in the heroes and hope. Well, protagonists. I can't necessarily say heroes, but protagonists. Damn. Well, I'm assuming that whole line of thinking is gonna go away pretty soon once Alexa utilizes his own AMAIM because it implies he definitely wants to operate one pretty soon, just to take on a known company. Hmm. Hopefully, they have a few drones to set. Nah, they probably do have a few drones to set that up. Oh, that's so sweet. I swear, I love how that A has like the most swab out of all of them. I don't know how to manage Jody because I haven't really looked at the list for next season, so I'm not sure. I'll look at the list when I have spare time. Because I only breezed through them just to count the quantity. I didn't really focus on which ones are actually coming out. You know, I could see why I should feel that way because not a lot of people their age that are girls fight them. Why do I get the feeling that chick might die? She's giving me some death flag vibes already. I hope she doesn't. But it's a sunrise anime we're talking about. Oh, for a second I thought it was going to be like a sniper gun. I'm about to aim for the eyes. I'd be like, whoa, this shit's about to get dark pretty soon. Okay, that's actually a pretty damn impressive security system there. Oh, okay, Anime and Jody. Well, yeah, makes sense. Because usually when there's a signal loss, there's like a blackout in the monitors of whichever the machine was previously working. I always love when a guy has like a shifty, devious planner face. It's like one of the most cutest things in the series, and it never gets old looking at it. The thing is, though, his gun might actually work. He deserved that guy. He's really asking the reason why? Oh, so they know each other that long. Boosh. I mean, hey, at least it was only a bone. That's so cute, Dahlia's face. The thing is, though, there is such a thing as taking too much risk, which in this case, I hope he does take a lot of risk so that he gets red. Not that I hate him. I just want him to get ripped because he just happens to be in opposition of our boys. That's all. Okay, that's pretty cool animated, Jody. Hope it turns out to be good. Oh. Wait, so this guy could have attacked earlier? Yo, what an adrenaline seeking bastard. But I respect that though. The man, he has balls. He has balls to be fucking trying some shit like this. Hmm. I gotta admit, that's smart there. trying to. Oh, this is looking adorable. I mean, the people they're dealing with always go with the option of overkill, though. They should always expect every situation to be in an overkill situation. I'm just saying. At least that's how I see the whole situation anyway. Yo, talk about like a zero breather at all. And Yo, talk about absolutely arrogant there. But that explains why the blast didn't hit Shiba, but it hit the other AMAIM. That's actually prevents there from being a potential plot hole there as to like, oh, why did it just hit that certain AMAIM and not the ones of our main protagonists? Well, that explains a lot. Whoa, I thought he was going to want to go 1v1. Who knows? Maybe Shiba and Gasha will find a way of making all these AMAIMs fire at each other. That's my guess. Because usually there's this is done in Sunrise Anime where characters are in the monitor and then they disappear. Yeah, I fucking knew it. Just like almost every Sunrise anime pretty much almost every Sunrise anime I've watched that has mechas, this shit fucking happens. Like whenever you don't see the main character's mechs on screen and you only see them in the monitor, there's usually a trick to make them disappear so that they can attack from a different angle. I know because Sunrise does this a lot in their Gundam anime. And Code Geass too. This would feel something like LaPrush would do in Code Geass too. It's actually a smart tactic though. And it works. Yes, it's predictable, but it's smart. So I'm not going to link some nice for going with what works. I'm this little guy showing the fuck off. That's so fucking adorable. Oh. The only thing that's a bit off of the dialogue is you have all our AIs explaining the whole situation. I understand why they couldn't explain it earlier because it needed to be a twist. But it felt off like exposition that was put in there a little bit unnaturally. This isn't just an issue with this series, it's an issue that some Sunrise anime have too. I like how he's smiling, even though he's the one that's being put into a fucking corner. Yeah, honestly, those AMAIMs never stood a chance. Alec might though. I'm assuming it's gonna be easier said than done. It is by himself. Okay, what a brave bastard. By himself too. I like this. And the way she's blocking all casually. Oh, shit. And it makes sense why Alec would have an advantage against Shiba from an enhanced combat standpoint because it does look like Alec does participate in a lot of athletics. So them actually struggling actually makes sense. They better just... shouldn't they destroy it though? I think that was stupid. Huh? This series did it again. Oh. Why didn't they just destroy Alec, though? Like, really now? I swear, if someone important dies because they couldn't kill Alec, I'm gonna be like, this is some stupid writing. Because again, this is like the third time they do this shit. Like twice when they were taking on that AMAIM that was berserk, they didn't finish it off. Now here, oh, they didn't finish off Alec. I'm like, fuck it. Honestly, this series does a good job in building shit up. Then it does stupid ass shit sometimes, like this shit. I mean, they really could have just... it wouldn't have taken them more than a few seconds to, like, you know, just get their blades and cut the fuck out of Alec. That's what I would have done. I'll be like, oh, this guy can't move? I'll use my blades. It doesn't feel logical to be leaving behind someone that can operate a AMAIM and that's skilled enough to take 3 of y'all at once. That's just sheer idiocy. Okay, you know what? I actually like this. At least we get some character development from Goshin here. Even though it's a small amount, it's better than nothing. And like I hear you see him lining up a bit too. But honestly, though, I'm starting to have issues with the series when it comes to, like, the villains are, like, disabled and the protagonists do nothing. They do fuck all to eliminate the main opposition. Now it feels like, literally, it feels like sometimes the protagonists in the series or the characters are stupefied just to allow the plot to drag on longer, which is fucking dumb. It is dumb as shit. And you know what? This type of bullshit that Sunrise does, they do it in all their other anime too. That's what makes it so fucking annoying as hell. I'm like, what the hell? Are you fucking serious? I think they really could have found a better way of sparing Alexi at the very least, you know? But no. Summer just had to have there's fucking... we must make the character stupid moments. And this pisses me off because they do this sometimes in some of their Gundam spin-off. And there's some other anime original mecha too. Oh boy. Oh boy. But anyways, though, I'll delve more into the episode though once I react to the preview. People looks fucking cool though. Yeah, I actually don't mind that they're gonna develop Dahlia and Alexia though. Yo, Bo looks clean with that new outfit. Oh snap! This looks fucking good. Okay, now this be the good shit that I'm waiting for now. But let me explain my issues with the episode, though. One of my big issues with the episode is just the fact that, aside from this stupid letting go of the antagonist, the series is getting a little predictable. Not saying that's super bad, but man, it's getting easy to predict. Oh yes, they're gonna find a way of disappearing from the monitors, and they're gonna find a way of sneak attacking the opposition. Because Sunrise does this in a lot of their other anime too. I'm like, yeah, Sunrise. I've seen your anime like Valve Rive, Gundam, Code Geass, Excel World, Love Live. I know your bag of tricks, Sunrise. So sometimes, yeah, it kind of makes you wonder if this series is going to get any streak of creativity, because sometimes it feels like it doesn't, like it's highly unlikely for it to happen. And that wouldn't be an issue if they executed the script properly. Like if this episode didn't have stupid shit like the protagonist sparing the life of Lexia, then I'll be like, you know what? Okay, I can accept maybe some of this bullshit. But nah, they're making it really hard to sometimes. Because if they had at least executed the script, I'd be like, okay, at the very least, I could accept some shit. Now they're making it really hard. But in saying that, this episode wasn't replete of positives, though. Yeah, Batgirl did have a bad ending, but it isn't. It isn't like there isn't any positives in the episode, though. I do love seeing Shinon and Shiba bond more. I thought that was actually really, really sweet, if you ask me. And there were other things I loved about this episode too, though. Now, another thing that I did enjoy about this episode is on the downsides. I actually do like Alexei as a character, though. I think he's Chris, even though he is a racist piece of shit, by how he calls the opposition pesky rodents, because that definitely implies, or if not racist, he's at the very least biased against certain groups of people. Which laptop? Oh, it's updates. I'm just going to get rid of it. I thought the Reus Alexia was an interesting character, and I think he's going to make for a good antagonist. I love how they show off some of his downsides. He's cocky, he's arrogant, but he can back it up because he's skilled, like how he was able to push back Shinon, Amon, and Tezuka. So there were positives there. It showed you his competency. It makes Alexia as a really competent antagonist. And I love the dynamic he has with Dahlia, too, the chick. I thought she was pretty adorable. So there were positives in this episode. It wasn't just all bad. And I love how they're implying how the guy that sells weapons and arms to the group that our main protagonists work for, it's actually being implied that he sells to the opposition, too, just off of the potential foreshadowing. So that's why I thought they were somewhat positives in this episode. But in saying that, though, the downsides kind of do outweigh the upsides to a significant degree. And before I go on, I do have to mention at least the visuals were great. I love the artwork. The voice acting was great, and I like the music. But considering the shoddy script when it came from a story standpoint, because from a character standpoint, it did good because of Alexia and Dahlia. The script from a story standpoint, like making our protagonist become completely stupid at the end of the episode and sparing our main antagonist, it was stupid as fuck. I'm like, I'm not going to accept the fact, oh, but they don't want to kill a human. Them killing humans should come with the territory just due to the fact that they're operating mechas that can kill people. I don't want to hear any excuses that, oh, yeah, they don't want to harm people. I'm like, nah, that's fucking horse shit. And that's just done there just to expand the plot artificially. If they'd have done it in a natural way, you know what? I wouldn't mind it one bit, but they're doing it unnaturally, though, and that's what really peeved me about the episode. Oh, yeah, I'll see you there. But if I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, I'm going to give it straight up a 4.75 out of 10 for a bit below average, because I expected more from this episode. Way more. I'm really disappointed that things turned out the way they did. And I can only hope the series gets better next week, because if it doesn't, this anime is going to be one of the biggest disappointments I've seen in a while. But then again, I guess it's Sunrise. Expecting them to do anything good with their mech anime not named Gundam. It's like expecting a freaking humongous walrus. No, not a walrus. It's like expecting a penguin to learn how to fucking fly. The odds are real low with that. I didn't forget about Back Arrow. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the episode. Overall, I was disappointed. But, and saying that, I am still excited for the next episode. I ain't going to lie, because at least the preview looks hype as fuck. So I must still be a little bit optimistic, but I'd be lying if I said my optimism in the series isn't dying, because it slowly is dying a little bit. But hey, hope the series can turn things around in the next few episodes. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd love for y'all to comment down your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction. Share the video, rate it, comment, or subscribe if you want to see my reactions to the other episodes. Thank you very much, Amanda Jody, for commenting, and thank you very much, everyone else, for watching my video. Hope y'all read it, share it, comment, subscribe, and see y'all later. I have a countdown stop because I prepared it for the Fruits of Evolution. That's why. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching, and laters, y'all.